Hello and welcome to another video of Archons Only, where we try to beat Genshin Impact using only Archon characters. So the timeline actually to try to farm for Zhongli actually started. We know that he's coming soon in the second patch of the second part of the banner, and I'm really excited to finally being able to pull for him. Since we got this account, we haven't been able to pull for him, so this is actually the only Archon from the previous ones that were actually missing. So finally, after more than a year, we're able to do this. And which is fun is that I was farming the wrong weekly boss enemy for so long. So we don't have many of these child boss rewards at this point. So at least with this, we can start farming from him and trying to get the right materials. And if they're not the right ones, we hope we can get some dream solvents to actually change them. The other thing regarding to Archons is that it was Raiden Shogun's banner. I haven't pulled for her or even her weapons. I know that one of her constellations is really good. I think the C2 is really good for her. But again, I'm prioritizing to get the new Archons versus getting constellations, at least at some point. I think that's going to bring us a lot more of diversity and more variability among our teams. That's probably going to increase our DPS potential, or at least our utility potential, especially when we're dealing with this paradox when we need to make two different teams. And what's really not kind of like interesting at that point is that the only thing that we can actually pull for is her weapon. And I think that at least the way I want to play Raiden Shogun is play her as a elemental mastery character to do blooms and hyper blooms. And for that, the best weapon that we have, or I can do, is a Dragon's Bane. So basically, we don't need to get her signature weapon, at least right now. And I have better, or at least I have other priorities. So as always with these type of challenges that we can test the different enemies, we have other test characters, for example, Xingqiu, Shangling, Bennett, that of course they're not Archons, although Bennett has been told, or at least it's a joke, that he's the Pyro Archon, but that means that I can only use Raiden Shogun to use it. So for Raiden Shogun, I have to say it's a easy way to do it because we have a burst DPS, or at least a character that makes damage. But after Raiden Shogun, Nahida was part of the banners, and I have to tell you that I was not able to defeat the enemies with the low damage that Nahida does, and that she doesn't have any sustain. So basically, I had to dodge and do so many basic attacks that in the end I was killed and I was not able to do it. Although I did it a little bit longer than I was expecting, I was not able to do it at that point. But yeah, we get some materials, we get some primogens, and that's something great about doing these things. Especially because not always you can do them. We can do them with because there is no Archon that we can wish. But at least for these ones we can actually do it. And the other thing you're going to see in this video is that we are doing a lot of quests. In this case, we're doing a Raiden Shogun Archon Quest. I think it's a side quest or something like that. But at least that means that we're advancing through our Archon quests. And the goal for this is to try to finish everything to actually go to Fontaine and try to start doing Furina's Archon Quest. And that will be kind of fun because I never done it before in any of my accounts. So that's going to be the first time I experience Fontaine and see how that end up working. I don't know if I'm going to include much of that Archon Quests, especially similar to what I did with Nahida's Archon Quest. And there's a lot of dialogue, there's a lot of things to do. I think there's like a trial that you need to do, and so on. So there's a lot of text, basically. There's nothing interesting. So I might only going to include if there is any like cool quest that we can do. Like in here, we can do a domain, we can fight enemies. And if not, although it took me like hours and hours of playing the game and trying to go through the quest, actually I might not going to show you much of this. So yeah, we will see how that goes. I'm also trying to avoid to do any other events that we need to use, like fighting when there is nothing interesting on those events to actually showcase the difficulty that Archons had, or maybe Fatu is. But at the same time, that means that if I'm not doing that much content, that means that at some point we're going to run out of content. So have in mind that if I tailor the content too much, that means that we don't have many episodes or videos being released. So let's hope we reach to at least 100 videos in Archons Only. This is the 89 episode, so it's insane that we're going this far. And even for 89 episodes, we haven't even got Zhongli, which is sad on one side and crazy on another one. But yeah, I feel that it might be a good thing to try to not be crazy about putting so many videos every week, because of what I've been doing since I started. It's like to do 2 videos per week, and maybe it's a time to do maybe a slower upload rate, and maybe try to do the videos when they actually there is something interesting to do. The other thing that's the elephant in the house is that Mavuika is going to be in, I think it's the next patch. It's going to be one of the characters. I don't know if they released the I think they didn't release the dream market, but I've been seeing a lot of videos of Mavuika, so of course probably they're not going to be legal or whatever, but they're leaks basically. And I've seen a lot of videos of her gameplay. Oh my god, she's amazing. I feel that she's going to be, or she could be, a potential main DPS, and that's basically what I wanted in here. I wanted to have a Dia that we can use, and we can use her for making pyro reactions, try to retire Venti from the first side of the abyss, and try to have a real main DPS to make really huge amount of damage. So I feel like that's something that we can actually try to get and try to wish for her. I hope we have enough wishes. We are going to see what happens with with our wishes to Zhongli. I'm so excited to get her, both Zhongli and Mavuika. I think I want Mavuika most because she's a new character. She's going to do the Natlan parts and the Natlan gimmicks like we did with Furina. It was kind of like fun. But at the same time, I know that Mavuika is going to rerun earlier than Zhongli. So my goal is going to be to get Zhongli. If we get him, if we win the 50-50, we might have enough to actually pull for Mavuika, and I will be so happy. In the best case scenario, I think that if we get Zhongli early and if we get Mavuika early, should I get Constellation or should I get her weapon? I think getting her weapon is going to be great because I want to get all the Archons with their signature weapons. Although some of them I don't think they're like required or necessary, but we'll see what's going to happen and see what we can get. And based on that, we can plan, we can do with our future Primogens. Maybe I'm going to ask you, what do you think I should do? But now we need to reach that point. Once we get all the Archons that we can get, then we can start planning what we're going to do with our following Primogens. And also depends, of course, if different Archons are going to be eligible or if they're going to rerun at some point. I guess that who's going to be the next one rerunning? Venti is going to rerun. I don't think his constellations or weapons are good. And maybe Furina needs to rerun then after that. And we got her weapons, so maybe try to go for any constellation could be a good idea. But yeah, you can see here, this is the first time they showcase Furina. And it was a shock to me to see that she's being showcased so early in the whole Archon Quest. Well, I would say Venti was also showcased really early, but we haven't seen the other Archons for a really long time before we start to do the other quests. So I guess that this upfront saying that she's the Archon and she's basically Hadir Archon and all the gimmick that goes around her was kind of like a surprise. It's really fun to see that she's like she's always trying to be on top of everything and she loves the showcase. I feel like this idea of theatricality in Fontaine is one of the greatest things they did. So we will see how the story ends or how the story progresses. I know that the first one has to do with a trial, so that's kind of fun to see. This is the reason why there is a trial is because this magic event actually failed. So that's the main reason why we're in a trial. I'm trying to see who is guilty against this. And here's when they drop us that both Laini and Lynette and Fremine are Fatui characters, which is like a bomb. And I know that after they were released early in Fontaine, and they were not marketed as Fatuis, but then after they revealed that, they changed their whole drip marketing. And I think that was like one of the craziest things that happened. I was so hyped to know that. Especially like, imagine if I started my Fatui only account before that, and then you know that you miss on their banner. I would be so furious. But luckily, we were able to get them. And also, Liney is rerunning right now. So, although I don't want him and I don't want his weapon, I would prefer to save my Parmegens for other characters. I really want to get Auroron. And so, what I will try to do is try to pull for Auroron, see if we can get him maybe in a temple or less. And if we get a 5-star, at least we know we can get or either a cancellation from Lenny, or either maybe get a random 5-star and lose the 50-50. And if we lose the 50-50, that means that we have a guarantee Fatui character in the future. So yeah, at least things are moving along. We're able to pull for different characters in both accounts, finally, after a really long time. So I'm really happy about that. I'm so excited to see how we can do these videos. I'm wondering if I should do these videos kind of like in advance. So meaning like as soon as I pull for the different characters, upload the videos, edit the videos and upload them and have them like a novelty. Or if I should continue with the pre-recorded things that I did, for example, what we're doing here with Fontaine, and then see if that's going to be enough, or if I put the wishing parts maybe later. I will think about it. It all depends on my free time, basically, because I need to play, I need to wish, I need to play, I need to build characters, I need to edit videos, and that might take a long time, especially if I have already filmed videos from different gameplays from the past. You can see here we are way in the past, basically, but at least we're reaching into actuality, and maybe there's a point where there is no reason of doing that, and every time we get a new character, that's going to be the last video because we'll run out of content. So yeah, let me know if you prefer in the comments to see wishes when they happen. For example, when Zhongli is available, we can wish for him. When Mavuika is available, we can wish for her. Or if you don't mind and you would like to see them later. Maybe for like the Archons that we can get, I might try to do the videos while the banners are running. I don't promise anything, but I feel like, for example, having Mavuika when Mavuika is released, or like closer to that, I think it's going to be impactful because it's going to change a lot of things at how we do them in our account. Maybe if Arlecchino reruns at some point, I will do the same, because I feel like Arlecchino is the whole reason why we started the Fatui only accounts. Although I think that Tartaglia should rerun before Arlecchino, because it's been a while since we saw him rerunning. At least it was before I started my Archons Only, my Fatui only challenge. So yeah, that's basically where we are, what we're thinking. Let me know what do you think, or what you would like to see in this kind of challenge. And yeah, I'm all the time reading you. Although I don't reply, I see all your comments, and I take my time to reply to the different things, because I need some free time to actually do it. But usually, maybe during the weekends or during my free time, I'm going to be able to do it. So, other things I'm not telling you about the Fontaine story quest is that I am terrible with the different clues that you need to get and need to try to refute the stories of the other people. I feel like, I don't know if I don't understand what they want from me, but I fail every time. I have to do it so many times that it lost. I think I eliminate all the other wrong answers. I only got the right ones. Please let me know if you are more intelligent than me and you were able to do them immediately, but I don't understand the order of the things that they want us to tell. And also, like, why do they think that's a great clue or not? Some of them were like kind of easy to know, but other ones are like, I'm not good at this at all. So that's kind of like a shame. But I was terrible. maybe I'm not a great, maybe I'm like furina, like a really not really smart person. But yeah, let me know if you're able to do it or if you have any tips, because I think that's I hope it's not a recurrent thing in the Fontaine Archon Quests. But if they are, please help me how to do them so I can do them faster. I think it's been a really it's making the story times or even the Archon Quest even longer than they're supposed to be, because I spend a lot of time trying to do them. Maybe I should check a guide. That would be cheating, but yeah, it's taking me forever to do them, and I think I will be interested in having an easier way to do it or how to think about it. And the other thing is that we're trying to do these domains because I have a lot of resting that I don't know what to use it for. I farmed some things for Zhongli. I guess I have enough. I haven't checked if I have enough. But also, we're not going to be able to level him up, or at least max his levels, his talents, and everything, because we need to farm for different bosses and materials that I'm not going to do before we get either a Claymore, that's Mavuika, or even a Geo character that is Zhongli. So what I decided to do is try to use my my resin, to actually get things from Mavuika. I don't know what books she needs, so I've been doing them like different books, different times. Some days were the Sunday where you can choose, so I did like maybe one of each. Other times I used the ones that were available. And also, I think I'm going to start maybe farming for artifacts, because I know that the Natlan artifacts are good for Natlan characters. I don't know if they're going to release a new set that's going to work best for any new Natlan character, or even for Mavuika. But at least I can get a base set so it's actually done when she's released. So kind of like fun there to see if we can get any good pieces or not. The only problem is that we cannot do the strong box on those ones, so I don't know what I'm going to do with the misfit pieces. Maybe I should strong box them to get better pieces for my actual characters, because I think both all the Fontaine ones and all the sumeru ones, and well, whatever venti and Raiden Shogun needs, Raiden Shogun needs the sumeru one, so they're all in the strong box, so that it would be easier to farm for us if we use the ones that we don't need from the Natlan domains. And this is kind of like a newer event, I have to say. It's still in Natlan, so it's from these last patches. But we need to, I think everything would be easier if we have like a Natlan character that we can use to move between different domains. I know they give you, for example, here they give you Shilonen to kind of like move faster. In other ones they give you, I think it was Kinich and other characters to do that. But for us, we only care about the Primogems and try to do in enough time to get the Primogems. So I don't care about like doing them with all the different rewards that you can get. But yeah, I feel that trying to get the Primogems with the characters that we have is the goal at this moment. It's almost done, so the only thing is like it's taking a lot of time to move between places, and that's where the Natlan characters are really handy. I hope if we get Mavuika, she can move faster and she can help us to go through different lands. But yeah, I feel that with this last challenge, I don't think I'm going to show them all. Just this one to show that although we have a really strong team, we cannot do it in the right time. But yeah, I think this is the perfect time to actually finish the video. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share if you really like it. And I see you in the next one. Bye bye.